Ever since Naruto Storm 4 was released back in 2016, it's been clear that not all characters are built the same. Some characters like Six Paths of Madara and Pain are extremely overpowered, while others are just average. However, in this video we will be going through the top 5 worst Storm 4 characters that don't have any advantages and are instead a liability to you and your team. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to say that this list is not in any predetermined order, since it's kind of hard to rank bad characters. And I also have to give the disclaimer that this list is my personal opinion and may not reflect the opinions of everybody watching. With that said, let's get right into it. First up, we got Jiraiya. Now this one might come as a surprise to some of y'all, but let me explain. His tilt is super slow, his grab has barely any range, his combos are way too slow, to the point where it pretty much becomes impossible to pressure, pretty much. His jutsu is the only thing he has going for him because it does a huge amount of damage, but at the same time, it's pretty hard to land, the range is also reduced, and the same goes for his ultimate, which is also pretty hard to land. So overall, Jiraiya is just not a good character. Next up, we got Tenten, specifically the PTS version. One of the main reasons she's a bad character is because her damage is just laughably low. I mean, look at this. Like, come on. Everything else about her, like her grab and her jutsu, are pretty mediocre, and to me it really seems like CC2 barely put any effort into making her, and they just couldn't decide whether they wanted her to be a ranged character or a close combat character. And coming in at number 3, we got Toby. Now it's clear from the way this man fights that Toby was meant to be a joke/gag character, although that doesn't make him any better. Yeah, I mean, his awakening is good, and so is his jutsu and his grab, but his combos are somewhat slow, which again makes it super hard to apply pressure, and you don't get any priority against most characters. So even though he isn't as bad as some of the other characters on this list, he definitely isn't very good either. And at the number 2 spot, we got PTS Choji. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm gonna have to fat shame this man just a little bit because he has one of the worst mobilities in the game. There are literal gaps between hits in his combos, which is terrible because it gives your opponent plenty of opportunities to counter. And on top of that, his hitboxing range is terrible. So fighting against characters with large hitboxes is going to end in disaster. Like seriously, you are not going to get any kind of damage in. And finally, at number 1, we have PTS Kiba. Now, unlike some of the other characters in this list, Kiba isn't actually that bad. What lets him down is that if you're in a match and Akamaru gets hit, you won't be able to attack for a couple seconds. And if you're playing against someone who's remotely good at the game, you know that a couple seconds is an eternity, and that is a major disadvantage. Other than that, his damage is decent, his combos are alright, and everything else is pretty average. And that's the end of my list for the top 5 worst characters in this game. Let me know what you guys thought. Did you agree? Did you disagree? Let me know all your opinions in the comment section down below. And make sure you guys are subscribed with post notifications turned on so you never miss an upload from me. And with that said, guys, it's been your boy King JN, and I'm out.
I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of